At 72, Eleanor didn't think much about aging. She still rose early every morning, fed her cat, watered her little garden, and took slow walks around the block. There was comfort in the rhythm of her days, quiet, simple, and familiar. Her hands had grown softer with time, her hair whiter, but her spirit, still warm, still curious. Then one morning, while brushing her arm against the door, she noticed a dark bruise forming. It didn't hurt much, but she couldn't remember bumping into anything. A week later, she felt winded just climbing 5 steps to her porch, something that never used to bother her. Her digestion changed too. Meals that once felt light now left her bloated and uneasy. That's when Eleanor paused and asked herself something she had never dared to before. Am I aging faster than I should? You see, aging doesn't always arrive with grand announcements. It comes quietly like a whisper from inside the body, asking for a little more care, a little more attention. And if we're not listening, we might miss it altogether. In today's video, we'll walk gently through 5 unexpected signs that your body may be aging too quickly, and most importantly, how you can respond with kindness and wisdom. Because aging isn't something to fear, but it is something to understand. Let's begin, not with worry but with wonder. Sign number 1. Chronic fatigue that won't go away. There's a kind of tiredness that a good night's sleep can cure. But then, there's another kind. The kind that lingers. The kind that makes your arms feel heavy before noon. The kind that leaves you sitting longer than usual before getting up. It doesn't arrive suddenly. It creeps in quietly. At first you might think, maybe I didn't sleep well last night, or it's just the weather. But then days pass, weeks even, and you begin to notice that energy you once had for gardening, walking, chatting with friends, feels more distant. This is not just tiredness. It could be your body's gentle way of telling you, I'm aging faster than I should. After the age of 60, our cells naturally slow down. But when fatigue becomes constant, it may signal something deeper, like a drop in hormone levels, poor mitochondrial health, chronic inflammation, or nutritional deficiencies, especially B12, iron, or vitamin D. Sometimes it's linked to emotional weight too, stress, loneliness, or silent sadness. But here's the hope. Fatigue doesn't mean you're broken. It means your body is asking for help gently, respectfully, like a friend tapping on your shoulder. So what can you do? Start small. Take a gentle walk in the morning light, even just 10 minutes. Add more anti-inflammatory foods to your plate. Leafy greens, berries, salmon, olive oil. Drink more water. Dehydration sneaks up more often than we think. And honor your rest. Create a nighttime ritual. Breathe deeply before sleep. Disconnect from screens. Let your evenings be quiet. More than anything, listen. Because fatigue is not weakness, it's wisdom. And when we respond with kindness, we often find that energy slowly returns, not like a sudden spark, but like a candle gently flickering back to life. Sign number 2. Skin that bruises easily and heals slowly. Sometimes, the body speaks through the skin. It may begin with a small bruise you don't remember getting on your forearm, your shin, or the back of your hand. At first, it seems harmless. A light purple mark, maybe a little tenderness. But then it happens again, and again. Or perhaps it's a small cut from the garden shears, or a scratch while opening a package. But this time, it takes longer to heal. The skin feels thinner, more delicate, less resilient. These are not just surface-level changes. They are quiet signal signs that the body's ability to repair and protect itself is slowing down faster than it should. You see, as we age, the production of collagen and elastin, the fibers that keep our skin strong and supple, begins to decline. But when this happens more rapidly, it often reflects deeper aging processes within, a weakening of blood vessels, reduced nutrient absorption, or even declining circulation. And it's not just the physical appearance. When our skin begins to bruise and heal slowly, it can quietly affect how we feel about ourselves. We may become more cautious, less spontaneous, even a little less confident. We cover our arms. We stay inside more. We stop reaching. But aging doesn't have to mean retreating. It can also be a time of gentle renewal. What can we do? Nourish your skin from the inside. Eat foods rich in vitamin C, like oranges, berries, and bell peppers, and natural collagen sources, bone broth, fish skin, leafy greens. Be kind to your skin on the outside. Use mild soaps, moisturize daily, avoid long hot showers that dry the skin. 1. Support your circulation. Try simple stretching, leg elevation, or gentle Tai Chi movements. Even 5 minutes a day helps. And above all, touch your skin with compassion, not criticism. Every line, every mark, is a story. Not of decay, but of life lived fully. When we honor our body's signs, even the ones we once saw as flaws, we begin to age not just slowly, but gracefully. Sign number 3. Subtle digestive changes and persistent constipation. As the years unfold, change arrives not only in what we see or feel, but also in what we no longer notice, until one day, it becomes impossible to ignore. You sit down to a meal, something you've eaten for years, but now, it feels heavy. The bloating comes quicker. The fullness lingers longer. The quiet comfort of digestion becomes disrupted, and slowly, mealtimes bring more hesitation than joy. Or maybe it's been days since your last bowel movement. You drink your tea, take your walk, and still, nothing. It doesn't seem urgent, but it nags at you, a sense that your body's natural rhythm has gone out of tune. This too is a sign. A quiet one, but an important one. Our digestive system, like every part of us, changes with age. The muscles in the gut slow down. The production of stomach acid and digestive enzymes declines. The intestines absorb nutrients less efficiently. Constipation, bloating, and indigestion may all appear not as isolated annoyances, but as whispers of accelerated aging deep within. And yet, many people dismiss them. It's just part of getting older, they say. But sometimes, it's the body gently asking, "Can you take a little more care of me now?" The good news is you can. Begin by adding fiber-rich, whole foods, oats, chia seeds, prunes, lentils, cooked vegetables. These help your system move more naturally, more gently. Increase your water intake. Sometimes what feels like fatigue or bloating is simply mild dehydration. Move a little after each meal. A short walk can stimulate digestion more than any pill ever could. Consider probiotic-rich foods, yogurt, kefir, fermented vegetables. They nurture the gut like a quiet garden. And just as important, slow down. Chew slowly. Breathe between bites. Let meals be peaceful, not rushed. Because digestion isn't just a physical process. It's emotional too. When we eat with gratitude, rest with intention, and listen with compassion, our bodies remember. They remember how to heal, how to move, how to feel at ease again. The gut may be silent, but when it's distressed, it speaks volumes. And if we listen with love, we can restore more than just digestion. We restore trust in our own aging body. Sign number 4. Mood swings, irritability, or quiet emotional withdrawal. Some changes are easier to notice: a bruise, a sluggish stomach, a restless night. But others are quieter. They don't show on the skin or in lab results. They live in the pauses between words, in the sighs that come without reason, in the smile you force when you used to laugh without trying. Maybe you found yourself more easily irritated lately by little things that once didn't matter. Maybe you no longer enjoy that favorite radio show, or you don't feel like calling a friend back. Not because you don't care, but because the spark feels dimmer. And so you pull back just a little. You cancel lunch, skip the walk. You tell yourself you're just tired. But deep down you wonder, where did my joy go? What many don't realize is that emotional shifts, subtle mood swings, irritability, or emotional withdrawal can be signs that the body and brain are aging faster than we'd like. Hormonal changes, especially after 60, can quietly affect mood. So can nutritional imbalances, low B vitamins, omega-3 deficiencies, poor sleep, or a sluggish thyroid. Even loneliness, often unspoken, can slowly erode emotional resilience. But here's the truth. Feeling off emotionally doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. And it means your inner self is asking for gentler care. So what can you do? Start by naming what you feel. Not to judge it, just to understand. Try to get morning light each day. It resets your mood in ways deeper than you know. Keep a simple gratitude journal. 3 small things each day. It doesn't have to be grand. A warm cup of tea, a bird outside the window, a memory that made you smile. Gubben. Gentle breathing or 5 minutes of stillness can also calm the storm inside. No need for perfection, just presence. And most of all, reconnect. Call that old friend. Sit next to someone in silence. Let yourself be seen. Because even when the body slows, the soul still longs for connection. And when you nurture your emotional well-being with the same care you give your body, something remarkable happens. You begin to feel alive again, not just present, but open, curious, and quietly joyful. Aging isn't about fading away. It's about learning to feel deeply and live fully, one peaceful breath at a time. Sign number 5. Losing muscle strength even when you stay active. You've been trying. You still take your morning walks. You carry groceries when you can. You stretch your arms, bend your knees, and remind yourself to stay moving just like they always said. But something's changed. That jar is harder to open. Climbing stairs takes more effort. Your legs feel just a little more unsteady, and getting up from the couch requires a second push. You wonder, but I'm still active, why do I feel weaker? The answer lies not in what you're doing, but in what the body gradually stops doing, unless we gently help it along. After the age of 60, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. It doesn't happen all at once. It arrives slowly, like mist, soft but persistent. And even those who stay moderately active may still find themselves losing strength if their muscles aren't being challenged, not with strain or pain, but with gentle resistance and thoughtful nourishment. Muscle loss isn't just about physical strength. It affects balance, energy, posture, and even emotional confidence. When you feel your body growing weaker, a quiet fear can follow. What else will I lose next? But here's the truth. This is not the end of strength. It's the beginning of a more intentional kind, one that starts from within. So what can you do? Incorporate light resistance exercises, lifting soup cans, using resistance bands, or simple chair squats. Prioritize protein: eggs, beans, fish, nuts, not in huge amounts, but spread gently throughout the day. Walk. With purpose, not just casually, but mindfully, feeling each step, each stride. Try balance movements, standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, or slow motion marching in place. And most importantly, believe that your strength isn't gone. It's waiting to be invited back through small, loving choices. Aging doesn't mean becoming fragile. It means discovering a new kind of power. One that's not loud or boastful, but steady, grounded, and deeply alive. Because every step you take, every muscle you reawaken, is a quiet promise to yourself. I'm still here, I still matter, and I'm not done growing. So here we are, 5 gentle signs, not of failure, but of the body quietly speaking. Not shouting, not breaking, just whispering. Please notice me. Please slow down. Please care. Fatigue that lingers, skin that bruises, digestion that stumbles, a heart that feels heavier, muscles that quietly fade. None of these mean you are less. They simply mean your body is evolving, asking for a new kind of attention, a slower rhythm, a softer way of living. And the beauty is, you can respond. Not with fear, not with regret, but with a loving curiosity. What does my body need now, at this stage of life? Aging is not something to fight. It is something to understand, to walk with, not ahead of. It is a conversation, not a condition. And when we begin to listen, truly listen, we find that the body still has so much to offer us. Wisdom, memory, tenderness, and strength that doesn't shout but stands quietly in the soul. If you've seen yourself in any of these signs today, don't be afraid. You are not alone. You are not too late. You are not beyond healing. You are still becoming. Still capable of change. Still worthy of joy, love, and renewal every single day you wake up. So take one step, one change, one act of kindness toward yourself, And if this video spoke to you, if it helped you feel seen, understood, or a little less alone, please consider subscribing to Golden Age Life. We are a growing family of gentle hearts, walking this path together with patience, with peace, and with purpose. Leave a comment below. Which of these 5 signs have you experienced, and how are you learning to listen more gently to your body? Your story could be the comfort someone else needs today. And remember, you are not aging too fast. You are simply being called to slow down and live more deeply than ever before.